Hello dear students, I hope you all are well prepared for your upcoming half-yearly examination. So today in this video, we are going to revise your syllabus which is given for your half-yearly exams. So students, according to the syllabus, you have to be prepared with the reading comprehension and in the writing skills, application writing, in the grammar portion, the kinds of nouns, singular and plural, and pronouns. And in the literature, you have to be prepared for the poem Dear Mr. Examiner. So now, let's take up the revision. So let us first start with section A, your reading comprehension. Children, you have to read the passage carefully, and I am reading out the passage for you here. We wear clothes to look decent and smart. Clothes also protect us from heat, wind, cold, and insect bites. What kind of clothes we wear depends upon the climate in which we live in. The part of the world or country where we come from influences the way we dress up. Also, our dress depends upon the occasion. Our clothes should be comfortable and allow free flow of air. They should also allow free movement of limbs. When the weather is wet and rainy, we wear waterproof clothes and gumboots. In hot weather, it is best to wear cotton clothes which absorb sweat and keep us cool. People living in the cold places wear long robes and scarves to protect themselves from the chilly cold waves. Now, answer the questions that follow. And your first question is, what kind of clothes do we wear in wet climate? Yes, students, you can very well find out the answer in the passage. So the answer is, when the weather is wet and rainy, we wear waterproof clothes and gumboots. Next question is, what do people living in cold places wear? So the answer is, people living in cold places wear long robes and scarves to protect themselves from the chilly cold waves. Next, you have to find the synonym of the given word from the passage. And the word is to soak up. So children, you can find the word meaning from the passage. And yes, the meaning is absorb. Absorbs means to soak up. Next, you have to find the antonym of the given word from the passage, and the word is uncomfortable. So, the opposite or the antonym of the given word is comfortable. Now, students, you have to complete the following statement, and the statement is, we wear clothes to look decent and smart. They also protect us. So now you have to find out this line in the passage and you have to complete this, and I'm very sure that this is very easy and my children have done it. Yes, so we complete the statement by writing, they also protect us from heat, wind, cold and insect bites. Okay children, so now with this we come to an end of the discussion of section A, that is reading comprehension. Next we move on to the writing section. Children, next you have to write down an application to your games teacher requesting her to exempt you from attending the games period for a week as you have fractured your elbow. So first you will begin with the sender's address. That means you can write down your address here. So here I have written A block, flat number 908, Red Rose Apartment, Kanpur. Next you are going to leave a line and write down the date when you are writing the application. That is 28 September 2021. Then you are going to leave a line again and you are going to write down the address of the addressee. That means you are writing the letter to the games teacher. So you'll mention here the games teacher, Sir Padampat Singhania Education Center, Kamlanagar, Kanpur. So this is the address of the addressee. And after that, you are going to leave a line again and you are going to mention the subject, that is exemption from the games period. You're going to leave a line again and you are going to write down the salutation, that is respected madam. You're going to leave a line again and you are going to write down the letter stating that I am Radhika Sharma, studying in class 4A. I request you to kindly exempt me from attending school games period for a week as I have twisted my elbow. Kindly do the needful. I shall be highly obliged. So this is how you are going to write down the application. Then you are going to leave a line again and you are going to mention thanking you, leave a line again. Yours obediently, Radhika Sharma, class 4A. Children, here when we are writing down the application, be sure about how we are writing it down in terms of leaving a line. It has to be properly spaced out and written the way it has been guided to you to write it down. I'm sure all the instructions for writing down the application is clear to all of you, and you all are going to write down exactly the same as the sample given. Next, we move on to the grammar section. Children, here you have to fill in the blanks with the abstract noun. Like dash is the best age of life, and in the bracket it is mentioned child. So you have to form the abstract noun from the word child. And the abstract noun of child is childhood. So the answer will be childhood is the best age of life. The next one is the king was known for his dash, and in the bracket it is given wise. Now you have to form the abstract noun from the word wise, and it is wisdom. Yes. So the answer will be the king was known for his wisdom. Next, you have to change the underlined nouns to the plural forms. The first one is the firefly was glowing behind the dense bush. Now, the word firefly and bush is underlined. So, we are going to change these nouns to their plural form. So, the answer will be the fireflies were glowing behind the dense bushes. The next one is the child heard the story of a fairy, and it will be, the answer will be the children heard the story of fairies. I hope it is easy and you all have done it. Now next we move on to the pronouns. Here you have to fill in the blanks with the pronouns as directed in the brackets. The first one is Ronnie and I go to the same school. Dash take the same bus. Now it has to be filled with the personal pronoun. And yes, when we are talking about two, it will be, the answer is we. Ronnie and I go to the same school. We take the same bus. So the next one is, this is my room. This room is dash. So children, here you have to fill in the blank with the possessive pronoun. And the correct answer is mine. This is my room. This room is mine. Next, she corrected dash immediately. Now this blank has to be filled in with the reflexive pronoun. So the reflexive pronoun here will be, she corrected herself immediately. Herself is the reflexive pronoun. The next one is, dash shoes are very dirty. Here you have to fill in the blanks with the demonstrative pronoun. So now here you can write down these shoes are very dirty and as well as those shoes are very dirty. So here both the options will stand correct. So you can write either of them. So with this we come to an end of the grammar section, and now we move on to the literature section. So firstly, you have to write down the meanings of the following words. I hope you all have prepared the literature section properly and you know all the meanings properly. So the first one is errands, which means a short trip undertaken in order to deliver or collect something. The next word is blame, which means to hold someone or something responsible for a fault. Next, you have to write down true or false against the statements. And the first one is Miss Quinlan was sipping tea in the classroom. Was she sipping tea in the classroom? No. It is a false statement. The poet of the poem is Owen Gareth. Is this a true statement? Of course not, children. It is a false statement, because the correct statement is the poet of the poem is Gareth Owen. Next, you have to answer the following questions. How has the speaker done in the examination? How do you know? And the answer is the speaker has done poorly in the examination. The speaker was not able to write anything according to the instructions provided other than the date and his name. Instead, he or she has written a letter describing what he or she can see from the seat and requested the examiner to give marks for the following those instructions correctly. The next question is, why is the title of the poem Dear Mr. Examiner? Do you think this is an apt title? The title of the poem is Dear Mr. Examiner because the speaker, instead of writing the answers to the test questions which he or she doesn't know, is addressing the examiner on the answer sheet. Yes, I think the title of the poem is apt. The next question is, where is the speaker? How do you know? The answer is, the speaker is probably at the desk towards the back of the classroom. One can tell so because the speaker can describe what he or she can see from his or her seat. Next, you have to read the extract and answer the questions that follow. So I thought I'd write you a letter, fairly informally, about what I can see from my desk here and what it's like to be me. So here, why did the speaker decide to write a letter to the examiner? The answer is, the speaker decided to write a letter to the examiner because he was not prepared for the examination. What does the phrase fairly informally mean? And the answer is, the phrase fairly informally means that the speaker is writing the letter in a friendly and an unofficial manner. Children, with this we come to an end of the discussion of the literature portion. I hope you all are well prepared for your exams and you all have done the revision sheet also very properly. Now children, the answer sheet will also be shared in the Google Classroom for your reference. You may refer to the answer sheet once you have completed your revision sheet. I wish you all the best. Do well in your examinations and shine out with beautiful numbers. Okay, so bye-bye. Take care.